Hi, and welcome to the Regular Guy's Guide to Changing a Headlight Bulb on a 2003 Grand Caravan. Here's our headlight bulb. It's burned out. It won't pass inspection. Let's look at some tools we'll need. You'll need a ratchet, an 8mm socket, and the socket extension is a big help here to give you room to turn. Alternately, you can use a screwdriver. You need a new headlight bulb and some alcohol if you're not careful. So raise up your hood. There are 3 screws you need to remove, and they're right on top. Very easy to access. 1, 2, and 3. They're nylon screws. Grab your ratchet with the 8mm socket or your screwdriver. I just find it's a little easier with the ratchet. And righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so you're going counterclockwise here. And just loosen them up. You'll notice they don't really come out. It's actually the assembly is dropping away from you as you turn. I find sometimes using the extension to spin them out makes it really easy. So now it's time to pull the assembly out. They give you that little handle there, and you just pull it out. It's pretty simple. On the back, you have the headlight. That's your side light. We'll be replacing the headlight right there. There's a retaining clip, and it has to be rotated counterclockwise to release the headlight bulb. And then you just pull that out. The whole thing will come out. And it's all one piece, actually. It kind of looks like you're just going to pull the bulb, but it goes from top to bottom. You're going to pull that whole thing out. And you got to yank on this pretty good to get it off of the socket. So just grab where it's safe to grab on both sides, and you're just going to wiggle it out. And I'm pulling pretty hard here. Eventually, it snaps out, and there you go. Grab your new bulb, and let's go over one important tip: don't touch the glass. The oils in your skin are very bad for any halogen, especially high-power lamps. So don't touch the glass. If you do, use the alcohol and some paper towels and just wipe off where you touched it, or just wipe the whole bulb to be safe. So you're going to take your bulb, and you got to pop it into the socket you just pulled the old one out of. That's it. You just push, click, and there you go. Just make sure that clip is down in there like that. Again, being careful you don't touch the glass. There are 3 little slots on the bulb that mate with 3 little pins on the inside of the ring there. So you have to line those up when you put it in, and so it doesn't go in any old way. You do have to kind of rotate it. Now here I got lucky and it's seated right away. I'm going to pull it back out to show you. You just wiggle it back and forth until it's in, and you want it to be nice and flush. So that little orange rubber seal that you see is in there, keeps water out. And I'll show you here, it's nice and tight. See how that's flush? That's what you want. So now just take your retaining ring, pop it in, and you will rotate it clockwise until it snaps tight. And you're almost done. You're going to take your assembly. You got your 3 holes. Now here I'm going to spray. There's a little bit of rust and corrosion in those little metal things. That bothers me, I guess. So I'm going to spray a little bit of lubricant or penetrant in there so it help it. Just seat your assembly in there. Get your holes lined up just like that. You're going to take your nylon screws, drop them in. It's going to be hard to kind of catch the threads. You just have to, sometimes you have to work at it. If you notice, I'm kind of wiggling the little handle there. It helps if you support the assembly, if you lift it up a little bit. Those screws aren't very long, so it helps you grab the threads. So continue working in reverse here. Take your ratchet or your screwdriver and just tighten those screws up. You don't need to crank these screws. You'll just strip them right out. So just make them snug. As soon as they're a little tight, that's enough. If you really crank them, you'll be out to get new screws. Okay. Before you're done, go ahead and test the light. You never know, you might get a bad bulb. You may have done something wrong. Maybe fill up your washer fluid while you're in there, and you're all done. Close her up, you're good to go. So in review, it's such a simple project, but a couple of things. Get the right bulb at the auto parts store. Don't touch the glass, or if you do, clean it off with alcohol. And test the headlight. You don't want to be surprised if it still doesn't work. Have a great day. Send your accolades and criticisms to this address.